Hello, thank you very much. So we all know that since COVID-19, the job market has been disrupted with the new ways of working, and we see that there's a new need, a growing need for talents, most of all in the AI sector. We have the chance to have Mehdi with us today, who works and lives in Canada. So maybe you can share with us your thoughts about this Canadian experience and what makes the added value in Canada compared to maybe France, or as Jean-Philippe said, this thinking out of the box system that exists in North America and not pretty much in France.
Absolutely. So thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the question. It's always I'm always happy to share why we have a big difference in Canada, and I'm born and raised in Paris, right? Moved to Canada 13 years ago, and right now I represent Experience Internship Canada. And why Canada is super attractive for young talent is because first, especially in AI and finance, it's one of the largest hubs in North America right now, and why as well? It's a booming sector in North America and booming sector in Montreal especially is because we have a great support for government. For example, if you're in the fintech or AI or just in tech in general, salaries and expense linked to your business, if you're in AI or tech, could be refunded by 55%. So it's a huge edge for a Canadian company to just develop their the company in Canada, and plus the proximity with the U.S. market, right? In the U.S., as same in Europe actually, as you mentioned, Jean-Philippe, there's a shortage of talent. Finding people and retaining people is one of the biggest challenge I think for the companies 2022 and after. So. It's a nice combination in Montreal between organically what happened in Montreal in 2017, for example. I think it's Google that started to just put their headquarters about AI in Montreal. After that, we have Facebook, Meta, the following years, and after that we had Microsoft that invests a lot of money to just develop the AI headquarters in Montreal. Right now, I think just in terms of numbers, just in Montreal, again, I'm talking about Montreal just for the francophone aspect of the audience right now. But just in Montreal, we have 14,000 students related to the AI environment, and we have 27,000 workers in the AI field, and it's growing about like 15% year over year. So it's an increasing demand for first, companies having the right talent to hire and the right, skills. And second of all, it's a demanding sector just for students and for training people regarding AIs, right? So we'll say it's the same. So the chance with Experience Internship Canada is we're doing the bridge between the pool of talent in Europe, young talent that wants to develop different skills. And with a market where there's a lot of ways to train people and learn in different ways. To your point, Jean-Philippe, I think in Canada there is that North American mindset where it's not about your title, it's not about your degree, it's not about where you went to school. It's about your experience, the performance that you can bring to the team, the things that you can deliver differently to the team, and I think the approach of multidisciplinary type of role in a business, even if you're in AI or data scientist, researcher, or just even in a tech, generally speaking, you can do a lot of things, but just like what you were hired for. So your capacity to learn is just amazing, right? And so the experience plus the international experience is amazing in Canada.
Thank you.
Maybe I have one question for Mehdi and yourself, Jelena. First, Mehdi, I think we tend to agree on the multidisciplinary criteria for the resource. Are you focusing on the development of hard and soft skills when you try to attract talent? And how do you develop this notion of hard and soft skills in Canada?
Good question, and I would love to hear as well the answer from Jelena. But essentially, I think it's more culturally speaking. It's a big difference between Canada and France in general speaking, and maybe Europe, but especially France. I think culturally speaking, we want to give the chance to people. We really believe in experience, and even the hiring process is more based on your resume, not on your, exactly where you went to school, etc. And I think also a lot of companies are behind their, employees to help them to be trained as well. So this is why also we're having a lot of traction with EIC in Canada, meaning that there is so much demand from the business perspective to hire new talent and just to learn on the go actually with a different topic that they can work in and actually the hard skills, that's something that you can develop. The soft skills is it takes experience, and that's something maybe in Canada, generally speaking, and North America, that's something that's more valuable. And not, your title or your school where you went from. The biggest feedback that we have from the interns that we push in the different companies, we do tech, we do AI, we do a lot of different industry, but mostly, generally speaking, from the interns is they really felt in their internship that they make a difference. They had an impact. They were involved in the decision process. They were, and also they were entitled to the mission of the company, right? I think it's an old way to just sit on this chair. Your mission will be this, and we want that output. Now it's just like, this is the mission. How do you think you can make it happen the best way, right? So in the process of hiring people, we let them also think about the task and the mission and the output of their work, right? At the end of the day, it's not a perception. It's about the actual results.
If you should give an advice for companies in order to change, to adapt to this growing need for talents, what would it be?
My response would be very simple and short. Would be the mission or the value of the company. I'm part of the board of Experience Internship Canada and also running a digital marketing company in Canada. And I think one of the page that all the applicants go and see are our value and our mission. And this is where they are convinced about working with us and for this company for the long run. Because at the end of the day, if we spend time, money to train people, and they also investing time and money to be with us, it's for the same mission, right? So I think that's the best answer that I can give.